guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Alana, and we're going to be watching some One Piece today. The last episode, we had a awesome a visual of Oden and... No, let's start over. Hi, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Alana, and we're going to be watching some One Piece today. Last episode was a flashback of Oden when he was younger and growing up in Wano. From first glance, you know, it seems as if he's just a terror to Wano itself. But when we got to understand him a little bit more, we just saw that he's just a big guy in a small country. And all he wanted to do was explore, get out of it. He wanted to know why the doors were shut. So he couldn't really grow, couldn't, you know, go and have adventure and stuff outside. From day one, we already get the visual of him being born and being hella strong and doing things just really outside the box as other people from Wano may have been. Now, do I think he's the first one that was like this? Hell to the motherfucking no. There's no way he could have been the only one who acted like this. So, I mean, but I feel as if he's the first one that maybe acted upon, you know, trying to escape, wanting to go outside the boundaries, and he just so happened to be a part of the Kozuki clan. We also saw that his dad had basically just let him go on the wayside, basically just cutting himself off from Oden. But now we are in a predicament where we have our boy Kinemon with this cute little white boar, and then we have Mama Boar coming, which was said that over centuries, from centuries ago, that it had actually been rumored, like a myth, that it destroyed some shit back in the day. Okay, now I want to know exactly how long ago was this being said. I know they say that this white boar is more like a myth, or they just didn't believe that it was true, but this thing is a big, massive beast. Now, I don't think it's probably as big as Zoe or anything like that, but if it has some of the same qualities, could we say that it's one of those beasts that are sort of like the ones like the kings, the sea kings of the sea, and then like Zoe and stuff like that? Could we say this is kind of similar to that? It would be cool if it was, but I guess we'll have to watch and continue to see how this will play out, because I know Oden now is in front of Denjiro, which I think is pretty awesome. We get to actually see who he is, because from the beginning of Wano, he was mentioned, but we never actually saw him. So just seeing him now is pretty cool. And yeah, we have Kinemon terrorizing stuff. We also saw Osuru being his childhood friend here, but then of course we know years are gonna pass and they're going to be married. But I just thought as how funny it was, like he was stealing money from her and she was like laying down the law, like beating his ass up, made him run out butt ass naked basically. All he had was a little cloth covering his privates. I thought that was cute. And yeah, Kinemon was a trip, and it's kind of exciting to see exactly how he and Oden actually firsthand met. And I also loved how we got a glimpse of Denjiro's personality at first, how he was able to, you know, work his little, I wouldn't say he's a scammer or anything, but he knows how to move. Like, he's a little slippery, you know what I mean? Bought a bowl for like 30, or a pot. Then he was like, oh no, I bought the wrong one. Here, I want one for 60. Take this bowl. I already bought the bowl for 30. Here's this. You take this 30 back, and then I can get the bigger pot. Like, he definitely finessed that man. He only literally paid just half off for the goddamn big pot, and the guy did not have no clue of what was going on. So Denjiro knows how to play the game, and I kind of like him for that. And it seems as if, you know, he's just smart with his movements, and I'm very curious to see exactly who he actually is when we probably finally meet him. Going further, like him now. So yeah, we still don't know who the freaking imposter is, because there's a freaking imposter. We need to know who that is ASAP. We still don't see anybody checking in on Kinemon and them at all, which I think is weird, just knowing how the bridges are closed. Yes, they blew up the Sunny and stuff like that, but nobody was able to get in contact with Kinemon or nobody. Like, that's just freaking weird to me. nobody's been hurt, but nobody's saying anything. So I don't know. Either they knew not to bring the ships there to that port, to Togage port, or like they got a clue from somebody. They know that one of them is an imposter or anything like that. It just don't feel right to me. But yes, without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right on into the episode, because I am curious to see how this whole incident with Oden and this boar and Kinemon and Denjiro is gonna go. So yeah, without further ado, let's go. Ooh, I love how they've been bumping up the animation for this. I love it. Damn. This thing is huge, and look at its teeth. Look at its face. He overheard everything. But I wonder where he was to be able to hear the conversation. Like, was he? I didn't think he was that close to them. Hostage. They try to take Otsune? Oh, that's when the white boar first came. Ooh. Where my baby at? Wow. The boar ate her? That's why I said give it to me. What? Is he arguing with Oden? Like that all stupid adults. Well, you ain't never lied. I don't know why he reminded me of that one dude from Impel Down. Damn. Bro. Crushing everything. But you took it from me. I wouldn't even go find Kenmon. I would have been gone. Sorry. What? That doesn't make any sense. Then how is she alive? That don't make no darn sense. He dropped the damn baby? Oh, she always had his back, so now he has no choice but to help her. She's like, duh, can't you tell I like you? Kill him on! Why not just give the freaking baby back? Oh, shit. Oh, damn. I mean, I wouldn't expect him to actually hurt the damn boar, but still. Whoa! He smacked him with his nose. Oh, Kinemon. Yo, seeing him like this here, and then him now when they're trying to get over to Onigaishima, it just lets me know like why he is like so emotional. Oden. Why you throwing rocks? Your ass should be running. You should be happy he's giving the freaking boar back. Two sword style. Yo, mama boar man. I hope they don't kill it. You know, it's not its fault. What the nuggets? Fudge balls. Vegeta. What? In just one hit. How is she still up and moving and not dirty? Oh. That is weird. That was so cool. You're welcome. What, Oden? He wanted the blame to stay on him. That's what he wanted. He ain't even worried. After him saving the capital, that's messed up. Yes, you are. Oh. Then gone. He packed up his stuff and was out. I'm his first follower. Wow. Tomoyasu. Uchiki. Is that Orochi? He creeps me out. I freaking knew it from his teeth. Ugh. Ugh. Ew. Oh, I freaking love that metal guy! I freaking love it! Look how freaking thick his legs are. It's like they love him and hate him at the same time. This is ridiculous. What's a Kinemon? Was it Orochi this whole time? Oda doesn't seem like a thief. He's lying. Orochi's a liar, even here when he's acting all innocent. Forever. We guard you. Where did he hear that from, though? He said he heard. How did he hear that when Wano's supposed to be closed? Aizo? Oh, they were trying to earn money by dancing before so cold. Oh, so they took him in. Hot pot. Oden. Didn't you know giving them more? Is that supposed to be Okiku? Oh, taking their hair? Kanjuro? Ghoul of Kibi. I'm back up! All of them were dead. Is that gonna be Raizo? But then, if that's supposed to be Okiku, who's the other one that was with her? Oniwa Banshu. Oh. Oh. He's annoying. I always thought that Shinobu was the only one from the Oniwa Banshu. That is nasty. Is that blood? Is he draining it? You nasty, man. You're nasty. Just take a dump. Wow. Look, everybody gone. Then you're a little self compared to the rest of them. I kind of respect how Oden went about this without bringing them along because he probably didn't want them to be entangled in a fight. So I kind of like that. That didn't happen. All right, you guys. So I I'm loving how we're getting more of a backstory on Oden. I think it's necessary to see how he came across everyone, their stories and how they connected. I love seeing Oden's personality. I'm loving how we're getting to see the real version of him. I think going into Wano, we just get the understanding of him being part of the Kozuki clan and him being a menace and then him just, wanting to leave and not being able to. But here we can actually see more of his personality shine. He is still hella strong. He was a menace, but he also had a great heart. It wasn't that he was just trying to be a dick. Like, he was just trying to do what he thought was best and what was better and what he could do in the small country that he lived in. So that was dope. When we saw him going against the boar, bro, he's used one move and cut the freaking boar in half. I do feel as if it's kind of unfair for the boar to die because it wasn't its fault that these people came and took its baby. I know more than likely, though, if they were to give the baby back, they'll probably still have been pissed and destroyed everything still. So, I mean, that was probably the only course of action. But what now of the white boar? Did they just raise the white boar now? And hopefully made it to where how you gonna kill his mama and then just try to raise it? Like, that is just kind of sad. Like, but anyways, he got his eviction papers. We saw Orochi when he was working with Tonoyasu Yasuye. Now, I thought we were under the impression that Kinemon was the one to steal from Yasuye, okay? But it seems as though maybe it wasn't them, like Oden's folks that stole. It seems though now it's more so leading to Orochi, and Orochi pointing it to Oden is such an easier scapegoat because everybody already thinks of negative things about Oden. The only one that actually gives him the benefit of the doubt is Yasuye, and I bet that's another reason why before he died, he was probably more so irritated and pissed off at Orochi and calling him all these things because Orochi's like a snake in the grass. And for Yasuye being nice and bringing him into his home and having him there, it's like, damn. And this is how you do me? You persecute everybody basically attached to Oden or anything like that because of your selfishness and your evilness. So, I mean, it's kind of nice that Yasuye peeped game, but I wonder from here, how did Orochi line himself up with Kaido? Like, how did that actually happen? How did he find the connects to do this? Was it that something was already in the midst, like going on, and then Orochi was just the one person that was kind of like in reach, but easier to manipulate, maybe? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always that one person that is shifty, and people usually pick people like that to do business with so they can get a heads up. But it's like, who egged this on? How did Kaido get there in the first place? I just feel like it's just weird how everything just happened just like that, and then with nobody knowing. And then Oden had made a comment of saying he heard how people overseas, write journals and about their everyday life. How did he know that when Wano's supposed to be closed up? Like, how did he get this information? Who did he know that knew people from overseas? That especially when their gates were supposed to be closed for that period of time, like for a long period of time. So I'm just curious on how that happened. I think it's so funny how Dinjiro and Kinemon just was like, I followed him first. I was his first follower, and they were just so stuck up Oden's butt. Oden was getting annoyed. I love that we see his person like, ugh, why are these people following me? It's not like he even wanted them to follow him. If anything, he was trying to go find Ashura. Like, none of them were supposed to have been there. They just took it upon themselves to follow him because of how awesome he is. Even the men in Wano wanted to follow him, but they couldn't. They couldn't manage to take those final steps and just continuously follow Oden. But later on, we find out that eventually everybody's going to love him in the end. But I definitely like this episode. I can't wait to see what else is to come out of this, because now we're going to get Ashura and, of course, Oden going at it. And we're already going to know that Oden's going to win. So, I mean, it's not a big surprise because Ashura ended up following Oden in the end. But yeah, I can't wait to see the next episode. I'm loving the flashback so far, and I can't wait to see more. But thank you guys for watching this reaction with me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.